Happy Friday evening, my loves. What is going on? I hope you all are wonderful out there. It is your favorite backwoods brujo, Papa Rose. Papa está en la casa, here in La Casa de Juju, sending love, sending big happies and all the good jujus. Hope y'all had a great week. Hope you had a great Friday. Hope y'all having a good Friday night. This is coming out a little late because usually I get them out early, but it's been a woo woo week. It's been a little work or intensive. But it's all good. Now we get to hang, we get to chill, and get things done that we need to. So I hope that as we go into the weekend, y'all are rested, happy, and are just gonna enjoy this weekend for you and good things going on. Well, since it's Friday, I thought I'd give a recap of the week and probably a couple of things because we are coming up on Let's Eat Turkey with Our Families Day, and sometimes it's this year's gonna be a doozy, isn't it, kids? Isn't it gonna be fun? Yay. So I want to give you a couple of tips and things that you might want to have around in a juju fashion of a spiritual sort that can keep you happy if you're, yay, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of do do do. So, or just to keep the peace and things to have on hand in your house to buffer yourself and taking with you if you're going to visit. But before we go into all that, I would like to say thank you to everybody who got involved in the classes because we did Canna Juju, which was the last one for this month, but there'll be other ones coming up next month that we're going to be doing. And for those that were coming in for divinations and such, thank you so much. And just to remind you, we will be doing the year forecast, the 2025 year forecast divination will be available, where we're going to sit there and go through all of your juju, throw some bones and stones and rocks and cards and get to the root of the matter so that you can have a progressive and happy 2024. Get some messages in there, work some spirits with you so that you can have a little bit of a roadmap to get forward. Those are available. I will leave the link in the comments below. It's about 90 minutes or so, or more, depending. But you'll be getting not just a recorded session of your reading, but you'll be able to have it in front of you as well because I'm going to send you a picture of the reading as well as your recorded session. It will be done via Google Chats. So you get to sit and you can review it, get through, and we can refer to this. If you have any questions throughout the year and you want to build off onto the month and know more, we got that for you. So get with me again in the comments section via email. You can get with me an email. I have my email there, or you can catch me on Facebook and on Instagram. On Instagram, it's Casa de Juju MS. On Facebook, it's Casa de Juju or Papa Rose, Louis Papa Rose Rosa. And while you're here on YouTube, please don't forget to sign up. Come on into La Casa, be a part of the membership, and subscribe and hit the button, hit the like, share me like Tic Tacs, and hang out and learn some stuff while you're here and enjoying. Kick your feet up, get you some iced tea. Another thing we're doing is, yes, we are finalizing the Ring It Out, Ring It In New Year's welcoming bundle where we have bundles of our beautiful products that we have. We'll have bath crystals that we can use for bathing and for prepping the house. There'll be herbal dressings with a bunch of herbs specially prepared, blessed, and dressed so that you can use them for your works and for things that we'll be suggesting for you to do in your home. Spray perfumes which will help you as well, sachet powders, lotions to like put yourself on, and that way in the new year you're feeling all delicious and non-ashy and still doing your juju well. We'll be giving some other things as well and a surprise or two. And instead of using a hard copy, we are going to be doing a video that when you purchase your ring it out, ring it in package, you'll get a video of me going through each of the products and telling you how we would use them and suggestions so that you can look at it, make your own notes, and it'll be like having a class with me. Eh? Is that fun or what? But yes, so again, get with me and let's get you a package together. We are only going to be taking orders from right now up until December 12th. So, because that way, when if we have to send your package, we send it out and you get it before the new year is done and make sure you have everything together. You can go over the notes. And also, you can send me an email too if you have any questions on how to use those things or if the video didn't cover it enough, we can go there and go through it and we're here for you because we want you to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. and just accumulate good blessings and good things for the rest of your lives. That's how we do. Because if you're happy, I'm happy, we're all successful, we can all enjoy life. And that's what it's about. But so, yes, get with me on those. And now, let us talk about the meat of the matter. Now that I got that out of the way. Oh, and also, before I get your Uncle Jeffrey throwing something at me, if you want to have a mentorship, if you want to have a reading session, if you want to have any other questions on products that we make in oils and powders and all these beautiful apothecaria that we have, as well as mojo bags to keep on your person from protection or for good luck, little herbal charm bags that one holds for oneself and other preparations as well, let me know and we can work with you. Now, on to the good stuff. So, if you're hosting, and people are going to come over. You're going to have people coming over. You want to have your house clean, of course. Why not? But you also want to have your house warded and protected. You want to have happiness in your house. You want to have calm, cool, and collected. So use things that, because some of you might not want to be all in, you want to be a little bit of undercover work, and this helps a lot too. Floating candles, they have those little floating candles that they have now, and you have just water and it looks very artsy, very deco, very fabulous. You can actually make that work for you by adding a little bit of salt in that water and mixing it together and using salt and water as a filter to filter any negativity in your home quietly, so that that water filters things and makes sure that the salt purifies them and filters at the same time. And you can have candles that are floating on this water. Those little floating candles you can dress with a little bit of oil and charge those candles up so that their light attracts all this heavy energy, and then that water transmutes it and filters it, so that it filters and purifies it. So you have a little purificatory thing there. I like using at least 3 candles in there. 3 is a number that breaks up negative energy and brings good energy. Now, what would I use? Peppermint. Peppermint's wonderful to turn bad luck to good luck and bad vibes to good vibes. So a couple of drops of peppermint essential on those candles. A drop of cinnamon, because cinnamon's protective. It's also very fiery, it's very powerful, and these are scents of the season, so it'll seem like, oh, how cool, you have something coming on, potpourri. Yeah, whatever. I'm keeping all your crazy at bay, because it ain't coming into me. You're not infecting me with the cray cray. No, we're not doing that. But also, I like to use a touch of basil. Basil in oil form is amazing because it is a cleansing, blessing, happy herb. So adding those 3 together on your floating candles is a great way, and you keep it somewhere where you're gonna bring people in, so in the front room somewhere or in the living room, so that that filter is there happening. Another thing you can do is put little things of salt everywhere so that they don't notice. It doesn't have to be big either. It can be like a small container, nothing huge at all. Like a little bottle too that you can secrete in places. So that salt acts as a barrier, that salt acts as a shield. And it's, again, salt and pepper. You have salt, you have pepper, you have garlic skins. These are things in your house that you can use for your advantage. Another thing I like to do is I'll put salt. If you don't have any threshold salt to begin with, take a little salt and a little black pepper and just a touch of powdered garlic. Mix those together. Chant over them, pray over them, and say, garlic repels, salt preserves and protects, pepper is protective. And you put a line of that at your front door. You should always have a protection at your front door anyway, but especially when you're having guests come in, because even if they mean well, you don't know if their energy might be off, and you want to keep the peace in your house while you're there doing your things. Another thing we can do is take a commanding oil, a compelling oil, or a calming oil, and make sure that that was rubbed on the doorknob of the outside, so that if somebody opens the doorknob and comes in, they're already worked so that they don't come in bringing whatever and trying to act up. You can also do that in powder form. Take a little bit of powdered sugar, a little bit of powdered pumpkin pie spice. Y'all gonna be tired of me in this pumpkin pie spice, but when I tell you that these spices that it's made with are not only good for protection, for happiness, and for wealth, and for enjoying. That's why it's such a great flavor. Don't let it become basic. Understand that people fought for these spices, so make them work. A little bit of powdered sugar and all of those spices. You don't want to go too crazy. I mean, a pinch in that, and before people come, you blow it in the air and let that circulate. That energy keeps everything nice and happy, spicy, but not crazy. If you want, you can also add a little bit of fine white cornmeal. If you have access to cascarilla or powdered eggshell, all the better, because that is instantly a good thing for protection and for peace. For peace. Another thing I like doing is making sure that the mat where people wipe their feet has a protective sign on the bottom of it, like three little arrows pointing away from your door with a line through them, where it's like you keep your stuff over there and nobody crosses. Or if you know how to make your sigils or protective signs, it can be anything too. It can be the cross, it can be the pentagram, it could be the Star of David, it could be the Ankh of Egypt. Whatever protective symbol you have, put it there to protect your home. I'll also use a protective oil and I've said this a whole couple of times, re-anoint your oil with your protection on the outside of the door, and on the inside, put in oils like lavender and orange and peppermint. Again, I love peppermint. I'm crazy for it. And things like that that mean health, wealth, happiness, so that every time you open your door, you're pulling those things in, but you're still putting that protective hand of, nah, you ain't coming in here like that, outward. If you want, you can also do the egg trick. I talked about the egg trick earlier on Monday Musings, and it's putting an egg in your water, leaving it by your bed or under your bed to absorb all of that negativity, and then you toss the egg out far away from you. Somebody asked me how you can toss the egg out. Do you throw the whole thing? What? Well, I'm going to explain that really quickly. Because now, before y'all go too crazy, I didn't want to pull out an actual egg and do this whole thing. I just want to do a couple of little visual. This is actually a rhodonite egg that I got. It's gorgeous. I love these. But you take your glass like so, and you take your egg and ever so carefully put your egg in the water, or rather in your glass. Then you're going to take, let's say you have your water. Yes, this is a bottle, a little bottle. It's on a little bit of holy water left, but you take a little holy water and add regular water, and you raise it up until it covers, just covers your egg, or gives enough little cover on the egg, a goodly amount. And what you do is you're going to charm the water by telling the water what you want it to do, which is to be a filter and an attractant for any negative energy, so that the egg can absorb that negative energy and retain it. So it's a little vacuum. So you have a filter and a vacuum there. But after a certain amount of days, I left mine for 9. You can leave yours for 7 or 3, or you can also, if under your bed, you can also do this in your house in secret places when the people are coming over, because I wanted to get into that too. But so that while your company's here, while your guests are here, in a hidden place, that egg is there and it's already programmed, so it'll keep bringing that in and dragging it or attracting it in. Now, the question was, what do I do? How do I get rid of the water? And because you don't want any on you, really. Because even though it's neutral, you don't want any on you. Take it to your toilet and you take a spoon, plain old spoon, and you hold your egg like so, and you dump out your water. Now your egg is going to be fine. What do you do next? The old school was, if you know that somebody was doing something to you, you went and you busted that egg up on their door. I don't advocate violence or anything like that. I don't want you to do anything like that. But what we can do also now is to take that egg, put it in a paper bag, give yourself one good cleansing with it from head to toe downwards, and then take it to a crossroads in a garbage can where you know you're not going to go there for a while. Or, you know, put it at a garbage can near a hospital so that you can have healing. A garbage can near a cemetery to kill the situation and get rid of it. No violence, but it's symbolic getting rid of, unaliving. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that you can't say certain things. And I don't want to get demonetized or anything like that. So, yeah. But that's one way to do it. Now, using it for your home, you can put it in discrete areas, because once they're charged, they're going to keep doing their job, and they're going to pull and retain. So it's going to pull and retain. And once everybody's gone, you can pour those out. Now, there's another you have to be good at doing this, where you can flush your toilet, and there's a certain time where everything's being pulled out, and it's at that moment that you throw that egg so it can get pulled out as it breaks in the water and gets taken away from you. This is some professional grade stuff. So, because I tried it once, and yeah, that's a whole story in and of itself. Maybe when I do story time with Papa, I'll tell the story. Tell me if you'd be interested in stories about how when magic kind of went left. But The easiest way is because a lot of people also say throw an egg on a tree so that the tree absorbs the negativity. Sometimes a tree won't do that because you know what? Trees are after all the stuff we've put trees through. I'm surprised they're still looking at us and not throwing branches at us. But still, the crossroad is the universal place, and it's the garbage, which is also sacred for uh, decomposition and renewal. That whole thing. So that's your safest bet. And if you want to know more about what other things you can do, oh, cocoa butter, before I leave, cocoa butter is your friend. I love cocoa butter or shea butter in its raw form. There are times when I will take that and a little bit of raw cotton, which is cotton balls, or if you have access to actual raw cotton, I will take some of it and I'll hold it to my head, or I'll make a little mix of coconut, shaved coconut, and cocoa butter with a little bit of powdered eggshell. And I'll put it on that thing and wrap my head in white once I have this wrapped up with a little bit of coconut milk and go to sleep. Because stress, overthinking, and mental tiredness comes sometimes with the holidays. It's a fact. But take care of yourself and understand that you know what? You don't have to have anything you don't want. It's okay for you to live for you and for your family and do your things and do your traditions. If you want to be a part of that, great, but you don't have to put up with things that are giving you harm or that are harming you. It's perfectly fine to take care of you. And it's perfectly fine to just get up and say, you know what, thank you, but have a good day. And walk away for your own sanity's sake. Self preservation is not a bad thing. So take time for yourself too this holiday season. I am thankful for y'all, and I want y'all to be thankful for the fact that you're still here. Y'all are still here. You've done well. Give thanks to that energy within you. Give thanks to that love you have with you. And know that we're all proud of you, babe. The fact that you're here, the fact that you're going forward and doing your things, and that you're still here and smiling. That's a lot. So give yourself your pat on the fact. Gratitude and charity begins at home sometimes, and that's that. Again, if you have any questions on work that you can do in your home to protect your home, to give peace to your home, to bring niceness to your home, like, oh, one last thing. I know I keep saying this, right, y'all? All those candles that you buy just to smell good, stop it. Don't make them just smell good. Put a purpose on them. Write out what you want on the top of the candle. Add a little bit of coconut oil or almond oil for peace and love and purification. And just do that. And then light your candles. Then get them in places. And nobody will ever be the wiser, but you will. And that's the point. So, again, questions, comments, anything you want to reach out to, I am here. I am more than happy to field them, more than happy to help where I can. Get you some of our good products, get you some time with me, get you some. Ring out the old ring it out, ring it in products, get you some time with me for a divination, and get you some time for you this weekend. Enjoy, get ready for the Mercury retrograde that will be going into officially on the 25th, and breathe, breathe. You got this. All right, y'all. You know I'm always sending you love, peace, and juju. Take care of yourselves and each other, like Jerry Springer used to say. And love, peace, and hair grease, everybody.